So hi Helen.
Hi.
Thanks for chatting today about your endometriosis experience, because obviously it's National Endometriosis Month, and I think you agree on this, it's really important that we raise awareness of endometriosis and the impact it can have on women's lives, and not just women, the people around them.
Yes.
So obviously you're an endometriosis sufferer yourself.
Yes.
Would you be happy to share a little bit about your experiences?
Yes. I've had problems with my cycle since I started when I was 11. I had lots of pain, heavy bleeds, and these aren't natural. It's something that I've learned along the lines, that it's not natural for a girl to have problems like that. I didn't find out till 2007 that I actually had endometriosis. Wow. I was diagnosed in the late 90s with irritable bowel syndrome.
Really?
Similar symptoms with the issues that I was having. They just said, you've got IBS, treated me for it. And then I found out, years later, that no, actually you've been misdiagnosed.
Wow.
I've had one operation, that was in 2015, which helped, but I've recently discovered that there's other ways to heal your body.
Yeah, okay. Do you mind if we talk about those in a few minutes? I think it'd be really helpful for people who don't know anything about endometriosis, just to describe some of the symptoms.
Okay, the way I would just tell someone what I feel, it's like a weed that grows in the garden, and you can pull it up, you can spray stuff on it, you can put salt on it, but it keeps growing back. Mm-hmm. You can try digging it out, it keeps growing back. It's exactly the same with endometriosis.
Right.
Basically, you can have it lasered, you can have it cut, you can try different medications, you can have your period stopped.
Yeah.
It doesn't get rid of it. The scar tissue that's left can be quite agonising. Heavy bleeds. I'm poorly. I used to be poorly for up to 2 weeks before I had a period. Problems with my hips, problems with my back, fertility issues. Big fertility issues is what I've suffered with. Not saying that people don't have children when they've got endometriosis, but they have fertility problems.
So fertility problems being a massive issue in your life and in other women's lives as well. And 2 weeks before your period, is that painful?
There's a lot of pain. I'm tired, I'm sluggish, I'm irritable. The pain to me is like bone ache, toothache, like you've smacked your elbow, or toothache, if you know what toothache's like. That it's in my hips, because I've got it on my pelvic joints. It's just constantly agonising is all I can describe. I've had problems with my bowels, my bladder. It hurts to go to the toilet. Even if I would sort of have like for a monthly cycle, I would be okay. Kind of for a week out of 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sorry. Most periods are sort of like 28 days. Mine aren't as big, because you can have problems with your cycle as well. Even intercourse can be quite painful. Yes.
So the impact on your life is really quite significant as an endometriosis.
It doesn't it's not just with the pain and that side of it and feeling uncomfortable. It's the socialising. You don't feel like going out. You don't want to go out and be with your friends and be happy because you feel down. I've missed lots of events over the years. I've cancelled on friends many a time, but I've had days where I haven't been able to get off the settee because I've been in that much pain. I've been crawling along the floor trying to get to the toilet.
So this is just a really agonising, traumatic experience that affects your life and the lives of people around you. So your husband, your friends, your family. It's impacting your activities. So it's really something we should all be aware of and take seriously. So in terms of a cure, obviously you mentioned a few things before, like surgery or whatever. They're pretty drastic, aren't they?
Oh my gosh,
most of us don't want to go under the surgeon's knife willingly. So obviously you're looking really fabulous now. I know that you're kind of really making great recovery.
Yes.
What have you done to help yourself?
Alternative therapies.
Right.
Concentrated on my wellness.
Yeah.
I've actually come to the wellness clinic and I
Yeah.
see an acupuncturist. I've seen a Reiki master for some healing. I've started back up with yoga, massages, anything alternative, and I've also changed my diet, which is a big thing that I've learned in the last few months.
Yeah.
I've cut out refined sugars, which is a really the dramatic change in my cycle since I've changed it. I'd be on for 7 days.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's about 5 days.
Yeah.
The build up to it went. My last period, I didn't know what was coming on until I started bleeding.
That's amazing.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I couldn't believe the difference. A healthy, balanced diet, and I can't believe the difference.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe the difference in you since, you know, we first met, just over 12 months or so ago. Like, we worked together, and then you've been on this journey, the journey of self-care that you've been on. I mean,
you can't put a price on self-care. You really cannot.
No.
I can't believe the difference in my husband. I've had many people around me saying, not just the way I look because I've lost weight, but also the fact that I've got more energy, I'm more calmer, I'm more relaxed, I'm more happy.
Yeah. You just exude spiritual wellness now, which, you know, when I think about the lady I first met, it's just such a contrast. You look amazing. I feel quite emotional when I look at you, actually. So, so it's just been a combination of things for you, hasn't it?
But it's all been alternative therapies.
Yeah. That's amazing. So if you've got any words of wisdom for anybody else suffering from endometriosis, what would it be?
Start with your diet and your refined sugars. Yes, definitely. And go and get some acupuncture, go and get some alternative therapies to try and help relax your body while you're going through the process of the changes with your diet. Because your diet, when I first started it, I was a sugar monster, really bad for it. And I thought to myself, I am never going to be able to give up refined sugar. It'll never happen. And I did. The first week I felt crap. I had headaches. I was tired, lethargic. I felt sick. But it was withdrawal. Any withdrawal, you know, withdrawing from anything.
I think what's really interesting there, though, is like you had to be ready to take that step, to take the weight, and it wasn't change your diet. You weren't ready, were you?
No.
I remember us having that conversation. So I think what's really powerful is that you've taken responsibility for yourself, for your self-care, and been on a journey of taking incremental steps. Brought them all together, and look at, you know, you're making fantastic progress, and I just want to say thank you for being so brave. Thanks so much. Okay.